Hello, my name's Nick Brunger, and I'm a collector of tales from Carmarthenshire's past. Some of the stories I know are pretty creepy, most of them are decidedly odd, and one or two, well, they are the stuff of legends, like the one I'm going to tell you today. He was a strange boy. Everyone in Carmarthen was agreed about that. Well, other boys his age used to spend hours fishing in the Towie, playing raucous games of football, or chasing the girls and making them cry. He kept himself very much to himself. He spent hours wandering through the countryside, picking herbs and flowers, making them into potions. He asked questions of the old men and the bards that none of them could answer. And he kept the most unusual pet, a hawk with beautiful blue wings that used to sit on his shoulder. And people swore that he used to talk to the bird. And what's more, sometimes the bird would talk back to him. He'd come to Carmarthen with his mother. You should have seen her. She was a real beauty. Some said that she was a princess of the royal blood. But no sign at all of a husband, the boy's father. And many men wanted to change that. Single men and married ones too. The boy must have a father, they used to say. But he's got one, the mother said. He gave me the baby. By magic. You can imagine how people used to laugh at that. Then one day the dark lords came to town. Strange men, dark men, riding dark horses, sent on a mission by the king. Vortigern was building himself a brand new fortress at Dinas Emrys. It was to be a refuge against the hordes of invading Saxons who threatened the peace and stability of the kingdom. Every day his men would toil with stone and with mortar, building up the walls of the castle. Every night those walls would come tumbling down. So the wise men and the wizard were consulted, and they said a sacrifice was called for. The blood of a young boy, but not just any boy. It had to be a boy without a father. "Find me such a boy," said Vortigern. He was the king, his word was law. And so the search went out throughout the land to find this boy without a father. Well, they searched high and low without success, until finally the messengers came to Carmarthen. And people spotted them as soon as they came to town. These strange men wearing fine clothes, riding the most magnificent horses. They went down to the quayside in the harbour first of all, then up to the marketplace, then in front of the castle. And then finally, on King Street they came across a group of boys, and they were throwing stones and dung at a young man who stood a distance from them, seemingly oblivious to the chants of the boys. There was muck all over his clothes and blood from a cut streaming down his face. And the boys were taunting him. Weird one, doesn't know his father. Weird one, doesn't have a dad." Hearing this, the wizards, the messengers, they spurred their horses on and put them between the mob and the boy. "Is this true, boy?" they asked him. "Is what true?" he said. "That you're a boy without a father." "What of it?" said the boy, fixing the two men with such a stare as made them both look away for a moment. "Then if it's true, we've been seeking a boy such as you, a boy without a father." "Oh, my mother told me," the boy said. "Many times this day would come. But tell me, what do you want me for?" "The king needs you for a special task that only you can fulfill." "Very well," said the boy. "I'm yours." "Well, if you're the one we want," the wizard said, "we need to know your name. What's your name, boy?" The youngster looked up in the air, where his hawk was soaring through the sky. He'd been chased away by the boys, throwing their stones. The youngster made a mewing noise, just like that, which caught the bird's sharp hearing. He swooped down from the skies in a flurry of blue wings and landed, light as a feather, on his shoulder. Then those who were watching said, the bird seemed to whisper in the boy's ear. The boy turned and faced the wizard. "Merlin," he said. "You can call me Merlin." And what happened next? Well, maybe next time we meet I'll tell you the rest of that story and a fascinating one it is too.